Hi there. I'm so excited to be here today. Look who's behind me. Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, because guess what? It's their anniversary. Royalty with Jam is joining me today, and here she is. Have her today. She is a blogger, an Instagrammer. Hi there. How are you? Are you wearing your
Hi,
tiara? I love
there's
it.
my tiara. There's your hat. I love it.
Oh, so much fun to be here with you. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, Royalty with Jam, tell us about your love of the royal family because yours started way before Prince William and Kate, right?
It did. I am closer to Diana's age, but my mom was always a royal lover, and so I grew up just loving the royals, and I even spent the first 8 years of my life in Britain, and so I remember Buckingham Palace, and just
Wait,
not going
so
in it.
you were born in England?
I wasn't born there, but
Oh,
we moved there shortly after I was born.
okay. So you
Yes,
remember it.
I do. I do. I remember England. We were back there a few years ago, and I just loved it. And yeah, I love talking with my mom about the royals.
Right.
I could go for
Amazing.
days.
So when you were living there, it was Princess Diana was alive, and right? Was she?
Not when I was living there in my
Okay.
teens. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. 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 What was your favorite thing to do while you lived in England?
Well, I was a little girl still, so just little girl things at that point.
Did you go to tea with your mom often? Whoa, my head's falling
Uh,
off.
I don't remember going to tea, but we developed all those British characteristics in our home. But one thing I do remember is that we did go to the Epsom Downs and the race course there. And my sister insists that to this day that the Queen waved at her.
I'm sure she did. How exciting. Wow. I was there with my family. Was it last year? I think it was
Oh,
I think it was a year ago Easter. Gosh, time flies so
oh,
fast.
it does,
No,
doesn't it?
no, I think it was 2 years ago, Easter. And we went to why am I blanking now? I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, we went to where did Harry and Meghan get married? What?
Windsor,
At Windsor
Windsor
Castle, yes.
Castle.
At Windsor Castle. So, a friend of mine who is in England, who is born and raised and lives there, she sent me a text and said, "Hey, you better be going to Windsor Castle to St. George's Chapel on Easter." And I didn't realize that they all come out on Easter and they go to church there. And
Yes.
so I got a front row standing position to watch the whole
Oh,
family go in to chapel for Easter. And before that, so we didn't know which service they would be at. So there were two services, I think one at like 8 a.m. and one at 10 a.m. And we were staying in London, and it's a bit of a drive, like I want to say 45 minutes to an hour out. And so I made
yeah.
the whole family get up at 6 a.m. We rented a car, we drove out there, or maybe we took an Uber, and everyone was so tired. And I was like, please, just let's do this one thing. We got to sit right in the front, like right, I think, where Prince William and Kate sat at Prince Harry's wedding. We were sitting right in the front because they weren't
No.
attending that service. And we even went up to the altar to take communion. Oh my gosh, it was like a dream come true. And then we left, and I thought, oh, so sad, I'm not going to see them. And my whole family wanted to go to Starbucks, so they went, and I decided that I was going to try to find out how I would see them. And so, lo and behold, there was this long line. So I joined the line and went back in, and you could go into the service or you could stand out. and I stood out with all the paparazzi, like right next to them. And I got this great glimpse of the Queen going in to church, and it was amazing. It was when Kate was pregnant with little Prince Louis, and I saw them go in. It was
they
so
were late.
exciting.
They arrived late after the Queen.
That's right. That's right. You weren't even there, and you know. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I almost left. That's right. I almost left. I was like, oh, Prince William and Kate won't be here. And then sure enough, they came, and I was so excited. It was so worth the wait. They were like right there.
Oh my goodness. So that makes you practically a royal expert.
Oh yes, that makes me royal, let me tell you. I just want to have tea with Kate. That's all I want in life.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
How jealous are you of the person she did the podcast with?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh,
I can't wait. It's going to be me and you. It's going to be us. You in Canada and me in Los Angeles. I mean, we represent, right? America and Canada.
That's right.
We need to reach her.
We do.
How fun would that be? I loved listening to that podcast. Wasn't it great?
Oh, it was so good. It was so insightful. You know, Kate has given us so little over the years, like as in personal glimpses. And I've truly respected how she's done things as a royal. She's just done it slowly. And so when she did that, it was just a surprise to all of us. And I think we were all just hanging on every single word. Like,
totally.
What does she mean by this?
Right. Like more. Can we get more? Yeah. No, it's so true. It's so true. She's just so classy. I think that's what makes us all so drawn to her and excited because, like you said, she rarely does things she's starting to come out more. And don't you just love, like, every time she does go out to do anything nonprofit or anything, to see what she's wearing and to see how she carries herself?
Oh, absolutely. And so this morning I decided, you know what, I'm going to rewatch The Royal Wedding. I don't think I've done that all the way through since I watched it for real.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yes.
Yeah. So I watched the 5-hour BBC version, and the whole lead up to it was just, you know, because it started 2 hours before the ad, and all the feels. In fact, I think I had more feels this time because the first time around I was just so excited. You know, I was just sitting there on the edge of the couch.
Yes.
You know, hanging on everything. But there was so much that I missed. But watching it this morning, oh my goodness, I found myself crying. My friends are gonna laugh because I don't cry at a lot of things. I think I'm broken, but there were tears in my eyes, like when William and Harry left Clarence's house. You know, I just pictured, you know, them saying, okay, we're off now. Off we go to the Abbey.
Right. Yes.
And then seeing Kate get in the car and just remembering that first glimpse that we got of her and seeing as they drove down the mall, you know, and just thinking what must that have felt like for her dad. Because they'd known for years what she was going to be marrying into. Yeah. But now here he was, the spectacle too, in that car with the thousands upon thousands of people watching. Right. And I just thought to myself, was he just sitting there going, okay, sweetie, this is your life. You know, like, you can't turn back now. And I'm sure they'd had that talk so much.
I'm sure.
Beforehand. But still, what a surreal moment as a parent. I don't know how old your kids are, but I know, you know, with mine, you just try to grasp every moment and just try to be in the moment. Yeah. But those moments go so quickly.
Right.
To be her parents at that time. And then watching, you know, as they sang God Save the Queen at the end of the ceremony. And there's Carol and Mike standing across from the Queen, you know, and the look in their eye.
I know, being her parents. That's why shortly after they got married, I started a page called Middleton Madness, because in my mind, I didn't have a royal obsession before Kate came into the picture, unlike you. And so to me, the whole time throughout the wedding, I was thinking, wow, like what are the parents thinking? And to see the Middleton family and to be swept into all this. I mean, I'm sure, you know, it's hard in many ways, but I'm sure it's amazing in many more ways.
Yeah. And, you know, Carol did an interview a while back, and this is the only time that we've ever heard her speak. And she said very little about Kate, but what she did say was something to the effect of, and then Kate happened, meaning, and then William came into our lives and just blew it up. But that was all that she said. And you just go, it really did change their lives. But I just think, you know, the stability that the Middletons have had on William's life, I think that has been the game changer, because there's a point where they get in the carriage after they come out of the Abbey, that beautiful picture, you know, them standing in the Abbey doors, and they get in the carriage, and William gets in after her. And now someone said, I just read in the last couple of days, someone said that she said to him, "Are you happy?" But what I always believed that she said from my lip reading was that she said, "Are you feeling better now?" or something like that. And he said yes. And at that moment, I just thought, she is there for him. This is her day. Like, it's always the bride's day. But here she was asking him how he was, whether she was saying, "Are you happy?" or "How are you feeling?"
Right.
It was about him. Right. And you just have watched them over the years.
Yes. And she's so supportive and so loving and so classy always.
She really is.
It's so amazing to watch them and their 3 kids. I love that picture that you recently posted, and I saw it in many other places, of their family coming out their front door.
So cute.
I love, 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 love. It's just they're a perfect family. Now, do you think they'll have a 4th child?
I always knew that they were going to have a 3rd. I just knew.
Right. 2 wasn't enough for them.
Yeah.
For sure.
But a 4th, I don't know. I don't know about a 4th.
Yeah, I know. You'd think that if she was, maybe she would have by now, but I don't know.
Louis is so darn cute. He is so gorgeous.
Absolutely.
And each of them, they're just so individualistic, and I just love them.
I know, and she just seems like such the ultimate mother, right? It's like she's taking, like, Princess Diana was an amazing mom, but she's like taking it to the next level, and she just is the way. I think Princess Diana kind of paved the way for her, right? And so
absolutely.
Yeah, I think so Diana, fun to see their marriage and their family.
It is. I think both Meghan and Kate owe a lot to Diana. What she went through, she really did pave the way for them to be and to have the lives that they have now. Otherwise, they would be far more constricted. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Or restricted?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Than they already are. I mean, they live in castles, in, you know, glass castles, really. And they just can't put a foot out of place, because we see it, we read it, and we inhale it, and then we judge it. and who are we to judge?
Right.
As I sit there in my sweats going, "Oh, I don't like her hair. I don't like that dress on her."
So true. That is so true. That is such a good point. Yes. We have no right to judge. I know that must be so hard in so many ways. But it's just amazing every time to see Kate step out. I love it. Did you see that Christmas special with the chef, the cook, or she's a baker?
Mary Berry.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it? What's her name? Mary Berry?
Yeah, Mary Berry.
Yes. I loved Kate's dress in that, in what they did, and there was a video, right? There were lots of videos and pictures floating around. Well, video clips, but then yes, there was a whole episode, I guess, in Mary Berry's show with them. Oh, it was so beautiful to watch them.
They did it, and any time that they give us those glimpses, and now, I mean, just lately, with us all on lockdown,
Right.
and they have stepped up so much. I thought I'm going to have to be making stuff up. I started making posts about designers that Kate wears, and I think I did 4 or 3, I can't remember. And then I'm like, there's way too much. I almost, some days I felt like they were on a royal tour, because I had to wake up every morning going, just checking what have they done today, and the days that I thought, oh, I'll just sleep in, I'll do whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no,
They're there.
they're out again. They did something. They showed the kids. Oh no, how could I miss it? How could I be sleeping?
I'm late. Right. And then you learn, like, oh wait, quarantine's giving me more information and more pictures to post and everything, right?
I actually get my followers start DMing me like, oh, wake up, I know you're sleeping, wake up, you can't miss.
Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. So now, do you also run other pages? Do you have like Facebook, and do you do TikToks on them, or is it purely Instagram?
I just stick to Instagram. I do have it on Facebook, but I just can't go back and forth, because I do other social media for other places, and so I'm kind of, I've got a lot going on in that way, and so I'm like, I can't follow Facebook to be checking back and forth. So Instagram is my life.
When did you start this Instagram page?
I think it was either 2015 or 2016.
Wow, you have an enormous following. Congratulations.
Well,
I expected you to say 2010, or the day Instagram started.
Oh, no. No, and the reason I actually started my account was because I was looking for conversation and around the royals, and there's some wonderful accounts out there, but it just wasn't giving me the conversation that I wanted. And then this little idea went off in my head, like, well, why don't you create the conversation that you want?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, having no idea how much work it would be. No idea.
Now, do you use things like Hootsuite and other things to time your Instagram posts, or do you just go on and post?
It's in the moment. It's totally in the moment. I wish that I could schedule things and plan things, but I'm not that way. And I find that just helps you feel what I feel.
Right.
If
You're
I'm
like
excited,
having better connection with your audience, because it's genuine. It's in that moment. It's a thought you're having, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I wanted out of a royal page.
Right.
And there are times when I'm thinking it would be so much easier if I could plan these things. Like I said, I was making the posts about the designers, and that's really about as far ahead as I think on these things. Otherwise, it's just like, what are the royals doing? What have they done recently? And just going with that.
That's incredible. So now you talk about all the royals. I'm very obsessed with Prince William and Kate, and I'm like pretty focused there. But you talk about all of them. So in the royal family right now, who is your absolute favorite?
Kate.
Yay! Me too. Kate is the best. I know. The queen is amazing, and
she's
great.
This is Kate, and this is the queen, right? They're just
yeah. No, I mean, aren't you just so excited for when Prince William and Kate take over, and we get to see Kate like every day, every hour?
Part of the wedding, they were showing pictures of the mall, and saying that, this is where Kate Middleton is going to drive down as a commoner, and when she comes back, she will be the future Queen of England. We will see the future King William and Queen Consort Kate. And I just went, it just gave me chills. But you know what? They're just being groomed. I hate that word, but they're being groomed so well. It's not that they are making their place, right? They are forging their way.
Right. And they are doing, I think what you mean is like not only groomed, but like they're having enough time to come into it on their own, but they're paving the way for themselves so beautifully in the way they pull back to spend time with their kids and then they go forward. It seems to be a really good balance, right?
And you know, in these last couple of weeks, with all that they've been doing, it struck me one day that this is what we can expect when they do take the throne, when William does take the throne, but even more so because that's not going to be probably not for another 30, 40 years.
That long, really?
Well, look how old Charles is, right? He's 72, something like that, 70, 71, 72.
Yeah, but they say men don't live as long as women. I mean, I didn't actually say
I'm not going to read into that at all.
Okay, good.
But I do think that Charles he's just going to be an interim king, unfortunately, for him, because it's something he's been groomed his whole life for. But I think he's always known. But yeah, just thinking about that day down the road, but seeing how much Charles has been putting himself out there, and he does a lot of work. He's so busy.
True.
And William and Kate embracing the new normal.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It is so awesome. I wonder what they're doing today for their anniversary. Being quarantined, 3 kids, but lots of help. So I'm sure that they're still getting their date, right?
Well, I'm just wondering how many people are they being quarantined with? I mean, when they stepped out of the house out of Anmer Hall to do the applause, you know, was someone holding the camera, or was it their housekeeper or their chef? Thank you. Charles is 71. Thanks, Liz. And you know, so like, who was behind that camera, or did they just have it on a stand?
Sorry, not to interrupt, but I'm totally with that woman. I think she said about 15 years. Totally. Max.
That's true. Yeah, the 15 years
but
sounds more like it.
I will pray that he has a good, long, happy life. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have interrupted you. Go back.
Oh, no, that's just fine. I just wondered who's behind the camera. Is it on a stand?
Right.
But they were looking like they were looking at somebody. But I don't think they're quarantined with a bunch of people.
That's true. Probably just a few, but probably at least a few, I would think.
Yeah.
They have full-time staff. I mean, who knows? If only you or I were a friend of Kate's and she could text us and let us know exactly what was going on.
Well, can we talk about their friends? Because some of their friends did appear on camera at the wedding, you know, but have we ever heard anything from them? Like nothing.
No.
Nothing at all.
Those are
Another thing that I
friends.
love, that it is, they're loyal, royal friends.
Yeah.
Another thing that I loved watching the wedding was seeing everyone's like 9 years younger. And I mean, the older royals haven't changed that much, but seeing Lady Sarah Chatto, however you say her last name. Oh, yes.
Sorry, I had to put this up because my friend Tammy McGovern just showed that she's there, and she recently gave me this beautiful teacup, and I just needed to shout out, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, no, I hosted a royal wedding party. I don't know if I told you this.
I watched, you sent me the link, I watched, I'm like, wow.
It was so much fun. It's really special to me because, you know, I don't even know your name. I feel like calling you, so you know what happened? Royalty with jam. And by the way, that's so clever. Royalty with jam. Right? Hi, Darcy.
My family nickname is Jam.
Your nickname is Jam?
Yeah, my nickname is Jam.
Okay, that's so perfect.
So it just kind of worked. So on here, call me Jammy. That's what I go by.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, so you saw that I hosted this all-night royal wedding party. And it was truly like, I wasn't necessarily planning to do it. And as I told you earlier, I never had an obsession with the royals at all, except for the fact that I could not believe Prince William was actually marrying Kate, a commoner. And my three girls were very young then. They were like 5, 3, and under 1. And I thought, oh my gosh, if Kate can become royal, my girls could potentially become royal. Because, you know, when my girls were young, the princesses were super in. I don't know if that's still the case, but the Disney princesses and wearing all their tiaras. And one of my daughters, who comes on, I don't know if you watch the KTLA thing to the end, but the daughter who came on there, so when she was really little, she would put on her Sleeping Beauty tiara every single day. Like it was her job. And she'd look in the mirror and make sure it was like and she'd go out and play and go to school and do whatever. And it was totally crazy. But I thought, so I was so excited. So I host this party and I see that KTLA, I'm TiVoing all the coverage, right? Like you probably did too. And I see that KTLA is going to be showing viewing parties. And I'm like, wait, why don't they show my viewing party? So I call them and they say, okay, we'll be there at midnight. And I'm like, at midnight? What? I'm not having an all-night party. No one attend. So I say, no, my party is the next morning at 9 a.m. We're going to watch it recorded. And they're like, no, if you change your mind, call us back. And I'm like, none of my friends are coming. The most amazing thing was as I was trying to get friends to come, I could hear husbands on the phone in the background while the wife is saying, no, I'm not coming at 3 a.m. because the next day was a school day. And all of our kids were still really young. So it was just preschool. But they're like, no, I have to get my kids up and I have to be ready. And you hear the husband in the background say, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Oh, wow.
Why would you miss that? And I was like, yeah, go husbands. And so I ended up having like 30 or 40 women here, and it was incredible. It was so fun.
Wow.
And it was amazing that KTLA and ABC actually also came. And KTLA brought their live truck, and they had it in my backyard all night. They took like several live shots through the night. They stayed till 8:30 a.m. the next morning. My husband went to work, and his coworkers, the women there were like, was that your house? Is your wife insane? Yes, she is. And then he says he doesn't know what happened because he was asleep. And they're like, how could you sleep? Your wife was screaming into the camera like the whole night. But yeah, it was. So I have to tell you that as you and I fantasize about the day we have tea with Kate, which we will. I totally believe we will.
We will.
So I can't wait till that day because I have a huge thank you for her. Thanks to her, my lifelong dream of starting a career in broadcast journalism happened because of that party.
Really?
Yes. Yes. And it is, I would not have had a party if it had not been for Kate, right? Because it was Kate the commoner.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. And yeah, and it was the ABC photographer who came and overheard my cousin say, Julie, you have to get into this business. It's been your lifelong dream. And I was like saying to her, how could I do that? I have these 3 kids. I live in suburbia. And that photographer came back the next day, gave me all the footage from the all-night party, and told me what to do to get into broadcast journalism. And
no way.
it was really wonderful. So yeah, so here I am now doing these kinds of things and interviewing people amazing like you because I didn't love news. I love people, and I love getting the backstory about why you do what you do. So I'm like so happy to be here with you to see what a mass following you have and that you do this every day, posting pictures of the royal family.
Yeah. Oh, that is so exciting. That's just amazing that just started. It just channeled your life.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. All thanks to Kate, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to England to find Kate.
Yes, we are.
But we know where she is. We just have to have her come out of her house.
When I was there, did you go through Kensington Palace?
Yes. Not 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 while they moved in. I went through actually no, no, we did not. We did not do a tour of Kensington. Yeah, this last time, but I have, and it was before they had moved in.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I was when we went, I think I like stood against a wall, just like she's there somewhere. She could be on the other side of this wall.
That's so exciting. So you went recently.
Oh, when did I go? 4
Like
years ago?
Oh,
3 years ago? The years just zip by.
yeah, I know. Like I said too, like was Easter, was it last year? I know. It just goes so fast.
I think I went 4 years ago. I think it was 2016 that I went.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Royalty with Jam, you and I need to take a tour of England with all of your fans, all of your royal fans. I bet they'd all want to come and we will plan it. Oh, do you know, when I went 2 years ago, I was looking for tours and I thought, I don't want to go on this tour. I want to go on a tour that follows Kate's life. I want to know where she grew up. I want to know, right? Like you said that your favorite royal is Kate. Okay, I found a company though. They sent me an entire itinerary of where they would take me. Yes!
Really?
Do you want to do it? Let's do it.
Oh my goodness.
When quarantine ends, maybe in a year or two, you and I are going to put a whole plan together and we're going to take all your fans and mine and we're going to go and tour.
That is
and we're going to do the Kate Middleton tour. How fun would that be?
Oh my goodness.
And at the end of the tour, and at the end of the tour, you and I are going to work up to this. We're going to find ways, inroads to her. And at the end of the tour, it's going to be tea with Kate, right?
Well, I swear sometimes the queen is following me because a couple of times I've said, oh, she's going to wear this color or such and such. And she does. And I'm like, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay,
so if we put it out there, it will happen.
True. Yes. I'm reading a book called Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days.
In 30 days? Oh, wow.
You and I are going to manifest it.
Okay, we're together, manifesting.
The more people we have manifesting it, the more likely it will happen.
That's right. That's true. You guys, you heard it here. Do I look a little scared? I'm like, oh my goodness, what just happened?
Don't be scared. It's going to be fun. Really, really fun. Okay, well, we have gone over time, but I don't know. I think that's okay that we're over time. Do you want to share anything else?
Oh, well, you haven't shared your very favorite moment from the wedding. If you can name just one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, unlike you, I didn't rewatch it this morning. So it's been a long time because there are 9 years. Next year is their 10-year anniversary. That's the time that we are going to go to London.
People were saying, oh, I really hope that they put out a picture of them both for this anniversary. And I'm like, no, because they've done so much lately. Next year, we're expecting big things.
Yes. I wonder where they'll celebrate that 10-year. So anyways, I'm sorry. I didn't answer your question because I would say that my favorite, I don't really remember like the moments of the actual wedding ceremony now, but what I do remember is that I loved when they were all out on the balcony. It was the families coming together and all I could think of was, wow, to be a Middleton, like what is her family like? Did they ever imagine that they would be standing there?
They must have just been like pinching each other. Like, is this real?
No, exactly. Thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you to the person on there because I would have commented that it's like takes too long. But yeah, this was so much fun with you. You and I will have to do this more. We'll have to celebrate Prince George's birthday together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am here anytime.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Julie. It's wonderful getting to know you.
You too. Take care, Royalty with Jam.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day and go celebrate.